story which is coming today from Delhi, where the Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal now on the CBI radar after being summoned by the investigating agency. He has to appear before them on Sunday 11 a.m. April 16th. So now the Aam Aadmi Party crying foul, claiming Kejriwal being targeted for questioning the Prime Minister. But remember, two of his aides, Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia is already in jail, and another key member, Satyendra Jain, has been in jail for the last 8 months. So now, will it be Mr. Kejriwal who's facing the long arm of the law? The big headlines. Delhi Chief Minister Mr. Kejriwal summoned by the CBI on April 16th in the liquor scam probe. AAP says action only after the party got national party tag. BJP claims the Delhi Chief Minister is a Liquorgate kingpin. Snubbed by the BJP, former Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister Lakshmi Sawadi resigns as MLC, gets a Congress ticket from Athani. Day after Asad's encounter, UP police FIR reveals that he was in touch with his father and gangster Atiq Ahmed in jail, and that Umesh Pal's murder was plotted in prison. Prime Minister Modi inaugurates the first AIIMS facility in the northeast in Guwahati, also takes part in the record-breaking Bihu celebrations. Bengal political showdown over Ram Navami escalates. Amit Shah now accuses the Mamata government of appeasement politics. TMC hits back, accuses the BJP of corruption. But our big story, the Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Chief Minister now being summoned by the CBI in the Delhi excise policy scam. Let's go straight across to Delhi Education Minister Atishi, who's addressing the media.
का इस्तेमाल करती है डराने के लिए, धमकाने के लिए, जो भी उनके खिलाफ आवाज उठाएगा उसको डराने की कोशिश की जाएगी। जिस दिन से अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के शीर्ष नेता और भारत के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के भ्रष्टाचार का खुलासा किया है, उस दिन से ये तय था कि अब अगला टारगेट अरविंद केजरीवाल जी होने वाले हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने बेबाकी के साथ दिल्ली की विधानसभा के पटल पर नरेंद्र मोदी जी और उनके खास दोस्त, जिनकी कंपनियों में देश के लोगों का हजारों करोड़ का पैसा डूब गया, जिनकी कंपनियों में मॉरिशस के एक पते से 6 कंपनियों ने, शेल कंपनियों ने हजारों करोड़ का निवेश किया, वो कंपनियां जिन्होंने LIC का 50,000 करोड़ रुपया डुबा दिया, लेकिन आज तक भ्रष्टाचार की जांच नहीं हुई। इस सारे भ्रष्टाचार में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का क्या हाथ है, वो दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने एक्सपोज कर दिया। जिस दिन से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का भ्रष्टाचार अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने एक्सपोज किया है, उस दिन से ये तय था कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी उनके अगले टारगेट होने वाले हैं। लेकिन मैं आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी को और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को ये कहना चाहती हूं कि आम आदमी पार्टी, हमारे नेता अरविंद केजरीवाल, हमारे पार्टी का एक एक विधायक, एक एक कार्यकर्ता आपकी धमकियों से डरने वाला नहीं है। आम आदमी पार्टी का जन्म एक भ्रष्टाचार विरोधी आंदोलन से हुआ है। हमारा जन्म ही इस देश के भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ने के लिए हुआ है। आप चाहे हमें CBI का नोटिस दो, आप चाहे हमें ED का नोटिस दो, आप चाहे हमें जेल में डाल दो, आप चाहे हमें फांसी पे टांग दो, लेकिन हम देश की जनता के लिए लड़ते रहेंगे। हम भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ते रहेंगे और आखिरी दम तक, जब तक आम आदमी पार्टी के एक एक नेता में, एक एक कार्यकर्ता में आखिरी सांस तक भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ने का दम है, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ने का जिगरा है, हम आपकी ईडी और सीबीआई की धमकियों से डरने वाले नहीं हैं। धन्यवाद।
There you have a statement made by the Aam Aadmi Party Minister, Atishi, Education Minister here in the Delhi government, saying that the Aam Aadmi Party will not buckle against what they call intimidatory tactics of the Modi government through the ED and the CBI. But the truth is, trouble is mounting for the Aam Aadmi Party in this case. AAP convener and Delhi Chief Minister Mr. Kejriwal being summoned for questioning by the CBI. Kejriwal being asked to appear before the agency on 16th of April at 11 a.m. Remember, Manish Sisodia has been arrested by the CBI and then the ED in the same case. Former Minister Satyendra Jain is also in jail in a money laundering case. Now, the charge is that the accused Dinesh Arora and Samir Mahendru have reportedly claimed that the controversial liquor policy was drafted at Kejriwal's residence and he had asked for a hike in the Traders Commission. Sisodia also allegedly met an excise department official at the Chief Minister's residence. Kejriwal is also accused of vouching for accused Vijay Nair on a video call. Vijay Nair is in jail for the last several months. In the same case, the AAP has alleged that Mr. Kejriwal will be jailed on Sunday, adding that AAP is being targeted for questioning the Prime Minister and action against corruption.
देश के सामने आपके काले कारनामों को उजागर करने का काम अरविंद जी ने जिसकी शुरुआत दिल्ली की विधानसभा से की है, वो जारी रहेगी, रुकेगी नहीं। पूरे देश में वो अभियान जारी रहेगा। 16 तारीख को अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करने की, अरविंद केजरीवाल को जेल में डालने की, अरविंद केजरीवाल के खिलाफ ये बड़ी कार्रवाई करने की जो साजिश आपने रची है, इस साजिश से, इस कार्रवाई से, इस अभियान से अरविंद केजरीवाल की आवाज रुकने वाली नहीं है। ये देश के एक एक घर में आवाज पहुंचेगी।
उनके तमाम अपराध हैं और जहां जहां उनके ऊपर आरोप और केस है, वो एक कानूनी प्रक्रिया वो चलती रहेगी।
अरविंद केजरीवाल का कोई बुलाया जाना सीबीआई को मुझे कोई आश्चर्यजनक नहीं है। ऐसा मुझे लगता था कि एक दिन ज़रूर होगा और ये दिल्ली की जनता की बहुत बड़ी जीत है। दिल्ली की जनता के ऊपर में जो एक अपना विश्वासघात हो रहा था, उनके अपना विश्वास के ऊपर में डाका डाला गया था, ये उनकी बहुत बड़ी जीत है और मैं दिल्ली की जनता को बधाई देना चाहता हूँ।
And more details, Munish Pandey, who tracks the CBI and ED for us, is joining us live from the national capital. Munish, what do we know that the CBI wants to question Arvind Kejriwal specifically about? What is it specifically that they want to question him about?
Well, Rajdeep, there are 4 main allegations against Arvind Kejriwal as far as this entire excise policy scam case is concerned. Number 1 is that Arvind Kejriwal had a telephonic conversation with one of the accused, Samir Mahendru, over a video FaceTime call. And in that conversation, Arvind Kejriwal told Samir Mahendru that Vijay Nair is my boy, you can trust him completely. Vijay Nair is why important because Rajdeep, Vijay Nair, according to the Central Bureau of Investigation and Enforcement Directorate, he was the person who at a time when he was communication in charge of Aam Aadmi Party, was also coordinating with the liquor businessman, and he received a bribe of 100 crore rupees from the South Cartel. That is allegation number 1. The second allegation is that Arvind Kejriwal met a member of parliament from the Andhra Pradesh, and that meeting was basically Arvind Kejriwal wanted to welcome that particular member of parliament to do business under the new excise policy. Apart from that, there is a statement by Dinesh Arora, one of the approvers in the case, who has said that Arvind Kejriwal had met him regarding the excise policy. The fourth and most important is a key witness in the case, who is the former excise department officer. He was then heading the excise department, and he has said in his statement to the Central Bureau of Investigation that there was a meeting at Arvind Kejriwal's residence, and the final draft copy was given to him by Manish Sisodia in presence of Kejriwal, and that policy was implemented later in the national capital. So these are the four main allegations against Arvind Kejriwal.
But
as
Manish,
far as
you mentioned 100 crore bribe. What about the money trail? Is there any evidence that they have found any money trail at all so far?
That is the point, Rajdeep, I was mentioning earlier, that there is a money trail of 100 crore rupees, but that money trail is only limited to Vijay Nair. Now, what the Enforcement Directorate and Central Bureau of Investigation have been alleging, that this 100 crore rupees traveled from the South Cartel, reached Vijay Nair through Dinesh Arora, and later this money, a part of this money was used in Goa elections. But as far as concrete evidence is concerned, is there any money trail linking Arvind Kejriwal to this 100 crore rupees of bribery? There is absolutely no evidence that 100 crore rupees was, exchanged by Arvind Kejriwal. There is absolutely no evidence regarding that.
Right.
But even in that case, you see Manish Sisodia, there was similar allegations against Manish Sisodia. There was no money trail linking Manish Sisodia to the bribe money, but still he was arrested because the Central Bureau of Investigation alleged that he was part of the conspiracy. He was the main conspirator, and that is why his arresting was made. As far as Enforcement Directorate is concerned, what they have been claiming so far, that it doesn't matter that whether the money has exchanged the hands or not, but if you are part of the entire money laundering, then you can be arrested. And as far as Arvind Kejriwal is concerned, there is no evidence that Arvind Kejriwal has received any money directly or not, but what the Central Bureau of Investigation and Enforcement Directorate are alleging, that he was part
Right.
of the conspiracy, and why they are alleging that he spoke to some of the accused in the case.
Okay, we'll come back to you, Munish, for more. You are getting lots of details. Joining us now, Shantanu Sen, former Joint Director, CBI. Maninder Singh Sirsa is spokesperson, BJP. Priyanka Kakkar is spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party. Appreciate all of you joining us at this moment. Let's come to each of you one by one. Priyanka Kakkar, you want to respond to what you heard from Munish. He says that the CBI is claiming that 100 crore bribe was paid to Vijay Nair, who was heading your communications very close to Mr. Kejriwal, by the so-called South lobby of liquor distillers, and that money went into election campaigns. Now, we're not sure about the money trail, but the claim is that some of the South money, the South liquor distillers have apparently claimed that they paid this bribe to Mr. Vijay Nair, and that's where Mr. Kejriwal also comes in.
Good evening, Rajdeep ji. Good evening to you and all your viewers. Rajdeep ji, I'm very grateful to Munish ji, where he very categorically stated that not an iota of evidence has been found, no money trail against Arvind Kejriwal ji. And let me tell you that the BJP has shot itself in its foot by doing this. It's, even Vijay Nair who got a bail in the CBI case and subsequently was arrested by the ED, no evidence found against him, has again petitioned the High Court saying that it is a case motivated by political vendetta, which case is now listed on 19th of May. One thing. Now, it is shocking and appalling to me that Sirsa ji from the BJP is sitting here, and in fact, CBI was after him, questioning his money trail in the Gullak Chori matter, and the case went absolutely silent. CBI only has a track record of 3.96% when it comes to cases of corruption. We will not add cases of murder, we will not add cases of kidnapping, we will not add cases of theft in this. Now, the problem is that in today's time, I have no qualms in saying this, that Arvind Kejriwal ji is the only true contender, and Modi ji is absolutely scared of Arvind Kejriwal ji, more so after he highlighted his nexus with Adani and demanded for a JPC.
Okay.
This is the problem.
That nexus with Adani, let's be clear, was also highlighted earlier by Rahul Gandhi. But Maninder Singh Sirsa, you want to respond to what Mr. Sirsa, you're hearing from the AAP spokesperson. Their claim is that Arvind Kejriwal is being targeted because he has taken on the Modi government over these years. How do you respond? As of now, according to our correspondent, the money trail linking Mr. Kejriwal has not been found. So it is basically on the fact that people around him have been arrested.
Rajdeep,
That they have been wrongly arrested.
you know very well that if somebody is taking a bribe, Do you believe that he'll keep that money at his residence knowingly that the case has been registered and the ED will be raiding any soon and he'll be keeping that money in his locker? Do you believe this argument, first of all? Secondly, there are 2-3 very simple things which I don't understand that Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson will be able to answer any of these questions. What made Arvind Kejriwal to pass a policy and give 12% of profit to the private players, a liquor persons who are close friends of Arvind Kejriwal, and just rising from 2% to 12%? And mind one thing, this business was not given in any auction or by the way of any kind of a lottery, but it was the wholesale business to those people who are wholesalers here, who has given 100 crore in advance, were given just on the basis of that they are wholesalers and we want to give them a business, first of all. Secondly, it is none other than Dinesh Arora, who is a close associate of Arvind Kejriwal, whom Arvind Kejriwal used to visit on his birthday, uske bachon ke birthday pe bhi, he used to stay there and have a lot of pictures on social media posting between Arvind Kejriwal and Dinesh Arora. But suddenly, when this liquor gate opened, those all pictures get vanished. Though I have posted on my Twitter handle and other social media, you can find out that what was the reason to delete that pictures if Arvind Kejriwal was not involved in this case. Thirdly, this policy was drafted by a group of ministers. Those 3 ministers was Manish Sisodia, Satinder Jain and Mr. Gehlot. And this group of ministers was constituted by Arvind Kejriwal ji. There is a one CM in this country who is elected CM under the constitution but signs no paper. Why? Because he knew the money which I am taking, maybe it in a liquor scam, in a bus scam, in a school scam or in a power scam, he knew that one day I will be caught for this. And that is the only reason that he has not been signing on files.
No,
But
Mr. Sirsa, I want to understand. Is your
because only one person is there who can face Modi.
Is-
Arey bhai, court is there na. Arvind Kejriwal ji, I must ask him. Manish Sisodia is behind bars from last 2 months. His close friends are behind 7 months. Why court is not listening to them if there is no evidence? Why don't they move to the court and tell them, देखिए जी कोई evidence ही नहीं है? Because there is a credible evidence that how they have manipulated this policy. In fact, the mails which were seen ki ji public opinion, that the public opinion was taken by their own people sending emails to Manish Sisodia. This policy was drafted by none other than the close friend of Arvind Kejriwal, who are a liquor gate, who are those people who had made this money, tons of money from this liquor, and that mafia has created this policy and given this to Manish Sisodia, and Manish Sisodia ji simply passed this policy saying कि अब इन लोगों को 12% प्रॉफिट देना चाहिए जी, ये प्राइवेट लोगों को बहुत सारा पैसा कमा के देना चाहिए जी दिल्ली से. एंड अगर ये पॉलिसी अच्छी थी, बहुत अच्छी थी, what forced you to withdraw this policy? Tell me one reason. Why did you withdraw this policy? Because जब आपकी करप्शन पकड़ी गई, चोरी पकड़ी गई, तो आप दौड़ गए, आप भाग गए. अब ये मैडम यहाँ पर कह रही थी मेरे पे CBI का मुकदमा है. मैडम जी मुझे बता देना कब वो CBI का मुकदमा मेरे पे दर्ज हुआ था, मुझे जानकारी जरूर दे देना. धन्यवाद.
Okay, you made your point, Mr. Sirsa. Before I go to Shantanu Sen, Ms. Kakkar, you are putting up something on the screen. What is it that you are trying to show us?
I was telling you that BJP is
No,
equal
you
to
had
low.
put up something on the screen. What was that?
I put up BJP is equal to low IQ duffers. That is what I put up. Because even if I tell them right now that the policy that was withdrawn in Delhi, the same policy is implemented in Punjab and earned a revenue of 41.4 crore surplus within the first 6 months of its implementation. And here it was withdrawn because the LG objected to certain made certain new conditions right before its implementation when we had taken the money from vendors, and those conditions could not be implemented one day before it was to be implemented. He will not understand it. Therefore, I had to say they're a party of low IQ duffers.
No,
Why I
but
say
you see
that-
let's not.
Priyanka ji, I must tell you,
Rajdeep ji,
the same guy, Mr. Dhal, he is the same guy who was given business in Punjab also.
I heard him.
Priyanka ji, I must apprise you of the fact that this is the same Mr. Amandeep Singh Dhal. The same Mr. Amandeep Singh Dhal has been given business in
Okay,
Punjab also. under this
producer,
policy.
both the volumes down. I want to bring in Shantanu Sen. Shantanu Sen, this is a case where policy is also being questioned. Now, is that enough to nail a chief minister of a state unless you are able to prove money trail? The fact that Mr. Kejriwal benefited monetarily, how, or can you go by evidence, alleged evidence provided by some of the witnesses or some of the other accused? How easy or difficult is this case for the CBI?
Rajdeep, as of today, as of now, a summons under Section 160 of the Criminal Procedure Code 1973 has been served on the Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. If you read that summons and you read the procedural code, it says that any police officer investigating any case can summon anybody who is acquainted with the facts and circumstances of the case to depose before him. Now, everybody should admit that this liquor case which is under investigation, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, as the Chief Minister of Delhi, would know facts and circumstances of the case. So this is a summons to him to explain the facts and circumstances of the case. Now, it is also known that any summons to a witness can become also his arrest warrant if it is found during examination of the witness or from other facts collected during investigation that this witness is a part of the conspiracy. We have spokesmen here who are assuming that CBI has found a lot of material to link him with the liquor scam. And we have spokesmen here who say he has nothing to do with the liquor scam. And we have a report from your own correspondent that there is no evidence of money trail. So all the discussion which is going on is a bit of off tangent. We have to be calm and dispassionate. CBI has been directed by the government to investigate the liquor scam as the powers now vest with the government to direct such investigations. They were not there before. And CBI is doing an investigation, and CBI will do all that is necessary to get to the bottom of the allegations.
What you are saying, summons does not necessarily mean arrest. A summons of this kind does not necessarily mean arrest. Mr. Kakkar, you know, the Aam Aadmi Party is already threatening that Arvind Kejriwal will be arrested on Sunday itself. It seems you are trying to whip up a sense of hysteria, sympathy, suggesting that this is vendetta. At the end of the day, you can go to a court of law and claim that the CBI ED is being misused. Give examples in your own case, and maybe the court will look at it.
Rajdeep ji, already there's a matter pending which talks about ED director being given extension after extension unconstitutionally. You are very well aware of it. The matter is already pending before the Honorable Supreme Court of India, and it will take whatever time it takes, and there will be a decision. You will see that the amicus also said that the extension hits the integrity of the ED per se. One thing, Rajdeep ji. Secondly, Rajdeep ji, please let's apply our mind here. A person who is able to give free electricity, free water, free shiksha, free swasthya seva, free buzurgo ko tirth yatra, free travel to women, free bus marshals in the bus to report any untoward incident, CCTV at the Darj of Paris, street lights, and provides so many facilities, and has been niyukted thrice as the most popular CM in Delhi, and presents a surplus budget. And where is the corruption? It cannot be so.
None of this can be. Corruption has nothing to do with providing free electricity and the other benefits that you're talking about. You're going to have to show me, you're going to have to provide me concrete evidence to show that this entire liquor gate has been trumped up and a scam has been created, manufactured by the government. As of now, it's the CBI seems to be moving in a very systematic manner. They've also interrogated the daughter of the Telangana Chief Minister and alleged a link between Telangana and Delhi. Mr. Sirsa, while the Aam Aadmi Party will have much to answer for, you will also have, you see, you are also playing a perception game. At the moment, as of now, you're going to have to prove somewhere Arvind Kejriwal's direct involvement in this. Merely because he's the Chief Minister of Delhi does not make him a criminal.
No, nobody said that it makes him a criminal. The only thing is, if you are a Chief Minister of a state, you constitute a body, a group of ministers under whom the policy has to be drafted. Your close side comes out and say, Dinesh Arora, कि मैंने लिख करके लोगों को अरविंद केजरीवाल जी घर पर मीटिंग कराई थी. He is the one who was collecting money on his behalf. The pictures with Dinesh Arora and Arvind Kejriwal on social media, suddenly that winds out, गुम हो जाती हैं social media से. Arvind Kejriwal had never said that मैं दिनेश अरोड़ा को नहीं जानता.
Arvind
Kejriwal never said कि 2% से 12% कमीशन मेरी जानकारी में नहीं बढ़ाई गई.
Knowing Mr. Arora is not a crime.
Two, three things
No, knowing Mr. Arora is not a crime.
No, I never said it's a crime. But knowing somebody who's collecting money on the behalf of government is a crime. Rajdeep, knowing somebody who's collecting money on the behalf of government is crime. And this is, I'm not saying this, this is Dinesh Arora is saying that I have collected this sum of money.
He's right. Let him leave Dinesh Arora's statement. Let him read Dinesh Arora's statement.
This amount of transferred to Gujarat and this amount was given to Manish Sisodia ji at his residence. Please, Priyanka ji, please let me put up. आप इतना frustrated ना हो. ये मैं समझ रहा हूँ आज आपकी प्रॉब्लम. अब मनीष सिसोदिया जी के बाद इनका बारी आएगी तो आपकी प्रॉब्लम होगी. मैं आपकी भावनाओं से कदर करता हूँ. आज आप पे बहुत बड़ी विपदा है. मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि आप जेल में जाने के लिए जब भी कोई आदमी की प्रॉब्लम आती है वो तंग होता है. अब मैं मानता हूँ आपकी प्रॉब्लम बहुत बड़ी है. आज मैं समझ सकता हूँ. करप्शन पकड़ी जाए, पैसे पकड़े जाए तो आदमी बुखलाता है. पर मैं आपसे बड़े अदब से आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ.
Priyanka, please, Priyanka, you cannot shout him down, nor can he shout you down. He hasn't interfered with you, but hold on. Mr. Sirsa, you see the problem here is, as of today, there are people, specific individuals who've been arrested. Now, we need to know what exactly is the link between those individuals and Mr. Kejriwal in terms of the Delhi liquor policy. Even let us assume for a moment that they were taken by the likes of Dinesh Arora and introduced to the Chief Minister. That does not necessarily mean that the Chief Minister is involved and in the crime per se. There are many who believe that the policy was a good policy. There was a need to revise the old policy. Many people, many other states are also implementing this policy.
So,
Priyanka ji, let him now speak.
The question is for me, may I allow you? And please tell Priyanka ji, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
I humbly request Priyanka ji. Now, very important question you raised out. The thing is that nobody is saying that policy shouldn't be there, policy has to be there. But what forced Arvind Kejriwal ji to rise from 2%, increase 12% of profit margin for our private person. एक प्राइवेट शराब का आदमी जिसको काम ऑक्शन में नहीं मिलेगा. राजदीप जी, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग यू नीड टू नो हियर इज, ये जो लोगों के पकड़े गए हैं 12% वाले, इनको ऑक्शन में काम नहीं मिला, इनको लॉटरी से भी नहीं मिला. इनको अपनी पावर से मनीष सिसोदिया जी ने अपनी कलम से काम दिया है कि होलसेल का काम मैं इनको दूंगा. सो जिनको अपनी मर्जी से काम दिया गया उनको 12% प्रॉफिट तय किया गया. अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के नजदीकी दो अमनदीप सिंह ढल जो दिल्ली में 12% कमीशन पे काम कर रहे थे, उनको अचानक पंजाब में भी अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की गवर्नमेंट आने पे पंजाब में भी काम उन्हीं को मिल गया. पहले दिल्ली में पॉलिसी को विड्रॉ की, अब पंजाब में भी उस पॉलिसी के पीछे हट गए. अब बड़ी बात यह है, दिनेश अरोड़ा को उनका मिलना कोई पाप नहीं है, पर दिनेश अरोड़ा जो पैसे कलेक्ट कर रहा था आम आदमी की पार्टी के बिहार पे, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को सफाई देके बताना चाहिए क्यों वो दिनेश अरोड़ा को मिलते थे जिसने 100 करोड़ रुपया साउथ की लॉबी से कलेक्ट किया ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ आम आदमी पार्टी एंड फॉर द.
Okay, one minute. Priyanka Kakkar, let me ask the questions, please.
एक सरकारी बंगले में कैसे रह सकते हैं? राजदीप जी, can I ask you a simple thing?
Yes.
राजदीप जी, मिस्टर विजय नायर एक सरकारी बंगले में, मिस्टर गहलोत के बंगले में कैसे रह सकते हैं? वो इतना बड़ा आदमी इतना कैसे हो सकता है कि सरकारी बंगले में जाकर रहे और वो पैसे इकट्ठे कर रहे हैं, और आज ये कह रहे हैं हमें पता ही नहीं विजय नायर कौन है.
नहीं, उन्होंने ये नहीं, सिरसा जी उन्होंने कभी नहीं कहा कि विजय नायर कौन है. बट Priyanka Kakkar, there are two ways of doing this. You can brazen it out by sort of shouting down the other side.
फिर उनको क्यों रखा था?
Why not?
अगर उन्होंने कहा तो आप बता दीजिए.
So far,
क्यों सरकारी बंगला दिया जाएगा विजय नायर को? You tell me a single reason that Vijay Nair should be given a government accommodation and that to a ministerial bungalow is not involved in this liquor. Tell me one reason.
Their muddas have been what clothes to wear, what time to come back home, what color belongs to whom. This is a duffer party who doesn't understand that we do not have any share in the sales of liquor.
Okay, producer, both volume down. Mr. Shantanu Sen again. You see, you are hearing these contrary views, Mr. Sen. This matter, there will be presumably and it has happened with Mr. Sisodia. He's gone repeatedly to the court. They haven't granted him bail yet. Do you believe that the court itself will have to, I mean, the very fact that the court seems reluctant at the moment to grant Mr. Sisodia bail, I'm talking the CBI case, not just the ED case, what does that suggest? Is a prima facie case been built up?
Rajdeep, during investigation, the investigating officers are king. Whatever they want, they will get from the court. That is for the first 3 months of the case. That is the provision of law. They have been allowed to register an FIR. The FIR has not been quashed. Now, why should the court not aid them fully? If they want to summon somebody, surely. If they want to arrest somebody, go ahead. If you want to retain him in custody, go ahead. The court really comes, in our Indian jurisprudence, the court comes into action when the charge sheet is filed and when the trial concludes. There you get the evidence and there you find out who is guilty or not. We have so many cases of people remaining in jail for years.
Yes,
and then being thrown out.
But with due regard, sir, we've seen in some of these cases, now most recently in the Sanjay Raut case, the court passed very strong strictures against the manner in which the arrests had taken place. So there is, Priyanka Kakkar, wouldn't you be better off waiting to see what happens on Sunday, waiting to see if Mr. Arvind Kejriwal actually is arrested, without already claiming कि नहीं ये सब साजिश है, Arvind Kejriwal को पकड़ा जाएगा? Why not wait to see what really the CBI, if at all, has anything against Mr. Kejriwal?
Rajdeep ji, we have complied with all investigations. We had to go to court to prove ourselves clean. 165 cases on us, 134 acquitted. No evidence. This is yet another one. You want to be fair? Set up a JPC on Adani. Show us whose money was invested from the offshore companies into Adani companies. Why are you running away from it? Why are you running away from... You said Comrade Sagma is corrupt on 18th February 2023. On 2nd March, you gave him your support. Why is there no investigation on Comrade Sagma? Why is there no investigation on Hemant Biswa Sarma, where you alleged, you published a booklet and alleged that somebody was paying him 20 lakh rupees a month. You did not file a charge sheet in CBI. You have controlled the CBI because there is already a stay operating on the existence of CBI. You are manipulating and instructing the officials to harass us. They also have no say. I don't blame the CBI and the ED. I blame them squarely. I blame these people squarely who are controlling them, who are telling them how to harass us. They have no option but to comply with their masters. Why is there no investigation on them if this is a fair country, if the laws are equal for everyone?
Let Mr. Sirsa answer this. Mr. Sirsa, you see, all of this is coming, and this is similar to what the Congress, other opposition parties say. There is absolutely no effort being made to look at and investigate possible collusion between the government of the day and Gautam Adani, is what the opposition says. That we don't see the ED operate at all in Karnataka, which is BJP ruled, or Madhya Pradesh, which is BJP ruled. That you are using these agencies to fix the your opponents, the latest being Mr. Kejriwal. You will have to, rather than also come on TV and claim that Mr. Kejriwal is deeply involved in it, wait for the CBI investigation to complete. Then you will have more credibility. Otherwise, the opposition will say, you're just using this case to target your opponents.
Rajdeep, I do not know how could this Priyanka Kakkar come on the national channel and say that this is a vendetta politics. The Lalu Prasad Yadav, जिनको आप कहते थे देश का सबसे बड़ा करप्ट आदमी, आजकल उसको गले लगाते हैं, सीबीआई उसके घर जाती है तो आप कहते हैं नहीं ये तो बहुत ईमानदार आदमी है. जिनके मुलायम सिंह यादव जिनको आप करप्ट कहते थे, जब सीबीआई उनके घर जाती है तो आप कहते हैं वो तो ईमानदार आदमी है. अब बताइए, जितने करप्ट आदमी थे जिनकी लिस्ट लेके अरविंद केजरीवाल बाजार में घूमते थे, आजकल जब उनके पास सीबीआई जाती है तो दूध दूल्हे हो गए. हमारा क्या कसूर है? आपने अपनी सोच को बदल दिया, चोरों को आप समझ नहीं आ रही, लगे करप्ट लोगों को गले लगा दिया, तो मेरा क्या कसूर है? बताएं, सीबीआई ने तो नहीं बदला ना, आपने अपना स्टैंड बदल लिया। प्रियंका कक्कड़ जी ने, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने स्टैंड बदल लिया। जिनको वो बेईमान और कट्टर बेईमान कहते थे, आजकल वो कहते हैं जी कि लालू प्रसाद जी से ईमानदार आदमी देश में कोई नहीं है। आजकल वो कहते हैं शरद पवार जी से ईमानदार आदमी देश में पैदा ही नहीं हो सकता। अब वो कहते हैं जी यादव परिवार से ईमानदार लोग होते ही नहीं है, कभी दुनिया में देखे ही नहीं गए इससे पहले ईमानदार लोग। तो हमारा क्या कसूर है? राजदीप, एंड सेकेंडली मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग हियर इज, प्लीज टेल प्रियंका कक्कड़ टू स्टॉप शाउटिंग। अब देश को पता चल गया आप बेईमान पार्टी की स्पोक्स पर्सन है। प्रियंका जी, देश को पता चल गया कि आप बेईमान पार्टी के स्पोक्स पर्सन है। अब आपको ज्यादा चिल्ला के बताने की जरूरत नहीं है।
मैं आप दोनों को रोक रहा हूं 1 मिनट के लिए। अब हम चलते हैं संजय सिंह के पास टू गेट मोर। संजय सिंह जॉइन मी। संजय जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। संजय जी ये बताइए किस तरह से ये आप देख रहे हैं, क्योंकि केवल समन्स इशू हुए हैं, अभी से आप कह रहे हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी अरेस्ट होंगे, साजिश है। ये जो केस है जिसमें डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर भी अरेस्ट हुए हैं, स्वाभाविक है, एक तरह से नॉर्मल है कि चीफ मिनिस्टर को भी क्वेश्चन किया जाएगा।
नहीं, आप सबको क्वेश्चन करिए, उससे सवाल नहीं है। सवाल क्या है? इस समय इस देश में एक महा घोटाला, एक बड़ा घोटाला, एक भ्रष्टाचार हुआ जो सीधा सीधा देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी से जुड़ा हुआ है। और उस घोटाले का सच, उस भ्रष्टाचार का सच दिल्ली की विधानसभा में केजरीवाल जी ने उजागर किया कि लाखों करोड़ का काला धन अडानी की कंपनी में जो लगा है, दरअसल वो नरेंद्र मोदी का पैसा है। अपनी राजनीतिक सत्ता को बचाने के लिए उन्होंने आर्थिक सत्ता
संजय जी हाउ कैन यू यूज दिल्ली लेकर, आप
यानी कि
वो
अपने
अलग
को
मामला
दिलाया,
है।
ये सारा सच उन्होंने दिल्ली विधानसभा में उजागर किया।
इसके वो अलग मामला है ना, उसका और इसका क्या कनेक्शन?
कैसे अलग मामला है? बिल्कुल जैसे ही विधानसभा में बोलते हैं अब ये कार्रवाई हो रही है केजरीवाल जी के खिलाफ, कैसे अलग मामला है? जो इनके खिलाफ बोलता है उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होती है। अरविंद केजरीवाल से इनको डर लगता है, उनकी बढ़ती लोकप्रियता से। एक ही आदमी है जो शिक्षा पे, बिजली पे, पानी पे, स्वास्थ्य पे काम कर रहा है। कह रहे हैं ये तो इनका काम ज्यादा पॉपुलर होता जाएगा, पंजाब जीत गए, पूरे देश में जीत जाएंगे, रोको इनको।
नहीं, आप कह रहे हैं
भ्रष्टाचार के
आप कह रहे हैं ये पॉलिटिकल साजिश है।
नरेंद्र मोदी के भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ केजरीवाल ने जो बोला उसके खिलाफ, उसके वजह से कार्रवाई हो रही है।
नहीं, अरविंद केजरीवाल ने असेंबली में कहा कि गौतम अडानी का पैसा नरेंद्र मोदी जी का पैसा है, लेकिन यह भी प्रूव करना पड़ेगा ना। ये कोई आप कोई भी आरोप लगा सकते हैं, एंड में आपको प्रूव करना पड़ेगा कि वाकई ये सच्चाई है। यहां सीबीआई कह रही है सीबीआई और ईडी कह रहे हैं कि उनके पास मेल ट्रेल है, उनके पास विटनेसेस हैं।
6 एयरपोर्ट आपने एक ही आदमी को दे दिया नियम बदल के। कोयला की खदानें सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश के बावजूद पार्लियामेंट में पास एक्ट के खिलाफ आपने जाके अडानी को दे दिया। सी पोर्ट दे दिया आपने, उसको सड़क दे दिया, बिजली दे दिया, पानी दे दिया, सब कुछ दे दिया उसको। दुनिया में अलग अलग देशों में ठेका दिलवा रहे हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, बांग्लादेश में, श्रीलंका में।
हाँ, लेकिन सर अगर आप कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ, नहीं संजय सिंह जी, संजय सिंह जी, अगर आप कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में गए और कहा कि देखिए हमारे मुख्यमंत्री बेकसूर है क्योंकि असली करप्शन कहीं और हुआ है, वो कोई डिफेंस तो नहीं होता ना। आपको ये दिखाना पड़ेगा कि ये पूरा जो दिल्ली लिकर गेट स्टोरी जो बन रही है वो वाकई एक तरह से सीबीआई ने बनाई है।
आप बताइए राजदीप जी क्या है? नहीं, मैं पूछ रहा हूं आपसे, आप बताइए क्या है? 14 फोन तोड़ दिया मनीष सिसोदिया ने, आपने भी खबर चलाई थी अपने टीवी चैनल पे। आज मैंने वो सारे फोन के डिटेल्स आपके सामने रखे, मीडिया के सामने रखे कि 5 फोन खुद ईडी के सीजर रिपोर्ट में है, जो ईडी के फोन में है, जो उनके कस्टडी में जो फोन है 5 फोन, उसको भी वो कह रहे हैं मनीष सिसोदिया ने तोड़ दिया। आप बताइए 14 के 14 फोन जिंदा है, बाकी फोन काम कर रहे हैं, 5 फोन ईडी के पास है, कह रहे 14 फोन तोड़ दिया मनीष सिसोदिया ने, एविडेंस मिटा दिया, चंदन रेड्डी के कान का पर्दा फाड़ दिया, जबरन उससे बयान लिया, हाईकोर्ट में उसने रिट किया है, समीर महेंद्रू ने कोर्ट में लिख के दिया कि बयान फर्जी है, राघव रेड्डी ने कहा हमारे ऊपर जबरन दबाव बनाया जा रहा है कि पॉलिटिकल लोगों के नाम लो। यह है ईडी की जांच? बताइए आप। मेरे खिलाफ 164 में न्यायालय में दिनेश अरोड़ा ने कोई बयान नहीं दिया, मेरे खिलाफ कोई बयान उसने ईडी के सामने नहीं दिया। ईडी चार्जशीट दाखिल कर रही है, मेरा नाम जोड़ रही है। यह है शराब घोटाले की जांच। बताइए आप, राजदीप जी।
पर ये सब अगर आप
तो इसलिए उसकी
नहीं
बात मत
संजय
कीजिए।
सिंह जी,
वो
ये सब
मनोहर
आप
कहानियां हैं।
सर ये
वो
यही
मनोहर कहानियां चलती रहेंगी।
सर अभी जो आपने
आज
मुझे
मुद्दा
कहा
है
ये आप
मोदी
कोर्ट
अडानी
में
का
जाकर
महाघोटाला।
कह सकते हैं, ये आप कोर्ट में कह सकते हैं कि ये पूरी साजिश है और कोर्ट निर्णय करे। अगर
कोर्ट में
आपको लगता है कि
कहेंगे।
जज भी इसमें मिले हुए
हमने
हैं,
तो कहा डिफेमेशन का मुकदमा करूंगा, बिल्कुल कहा मैंने कहा एसके मिश्रा और जो भी अधिकारी हैं उनके खिलाफ डिफेमेशन करेंगे। मैंने तो कहा कोर्ट तो जाएंगे ही जाएंगे। आप झूठ मूठ का बदनाम करेंगे लोगों को तो कोर्ट। 14 फोन मनीष सिसोदिया ने तोड़ दिए, ऐसा प्रचार किया गया, टीवी चैनल्स पे खबर चलाई गई। 5 फोन खुद ईडी के पास सीज है। तो उस घोटाला और उसकी ईडी की जो जांच है वो तो एक झूठ का पुलिंदा है, इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं। असली मुद्दा है मोदी अडानी घोटाला।
नहीं जब आप बार बार
मोदी जी
कहते
ने
हैं
अपने दोस्त
नहीं
के साथ
संजय सिंह
मिलकर जो
जी,
लाखों करोड़ का घोटाला किया।
संजय सिंह जी जब आप,
मैं कह रहा हूं 19 पार्टियां कह रही है राजदीप जी, 19 पार्टियां कह रही है जेपीसी बनाओ। मोदी जी ने कुछ गलत नहीं किया तो जेपीसी से क्यों भाग रहे हैं? जांच क्यों नहीं करा रहे हैं अगर उन्होंने भ्रष्टाचार नहीं किया तो? 19 पार्टियां डिमांड कर रही है, पूरा संसद नहीं चलने पाया सत्र पर। आप बताइए, ये मैं कह रहा हूं अकेले?
लेकिन फिर भी मैं एक सवाल पूछूंगा। जब आज आपने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की, आपने कहा या आपके रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ने कहा कि आप समझते हैं कि केजरीवाल जी को संडे को अरेस्ट किया जाएगा, क्या आपको वाकई लगता है कि ये सरकार जो है केजरीवाल जी को अरेस्ट करेगी इस मामले में, या ये भी कहीं ना कहीं राजनीतिक आपकी ये राजनीतिक सहानुभूति जताने के लिए कह रहे हैं आप?
राजदीप जी आश्चर्य मत कीजिएगा जब विपक्ष के नेताओं को चौराहे पे खड़ा करके गोली मारा जाएगा। मैं तो यहां तक कह रहा हूं, उस दिन के लिए भी आश्चर्य मत कीजिएगा जब विपक्ष के नेताओं को चौराहे पे खड़ा करके गोली मार दिया जाएगा। मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, इसलिए आप गिरफ्तारी तो बहुत छोटी चीज है, वो 16 तारीख को नहीं आज भी रात में कर सकते हैं, वो छोड़ दीजिए आप। मैं तो उस दिन का भी इंतजार कर रहा हूं कि कभी ऐसा भी वक्त आ सकता है अगर लोग आवाज नहीं उठाए और बोले नहीं कि विपक्ष के नेताओं को चौराहे पे गोली मार देंगे लोग
जी।
ये चल रहा है इस देश में राजदीप जी।
ठीक है,
किसी को भी पकड़ के जेल में डाल दो, किसी को भी पकड़ के फर्जी मुकदमे लगा दो, किसी को भी पकड़ के बदनाम कर दो।
संजय जी हम
और जो इनके साथ चले जाते हैं, हेमंत विश्व शर्मा
संडे तक रुकिए।
वाटर घोटाले की बुकलेट जारी करते हैं, उसको मुख्यमंत्री बना देते हैं। येदियुरप्पा को माइनिंग घोटाले में बाहर करते हैं, फिर मुख्यमंत्री बना देते हैं। अजीत पवार पे चक्की पिसिंग कहते हैं, फिर सुबह 6:30 बजे उसके साथ शपथ ले लेते हैं। मुकुल राय, शुभेंदु अधिकारी शारदा स्कैम में फंसते हैं, इनकी पार्टी में आ गए, पाक साफ हो गए।
चलिए
बात करेंगे इस पार्टी?
चलिए इन सब ये मामला ये राजनीतिक मामला एक तरह से
प्रधानमंत्री
चलता रहेगा। आपने बात की संजय सिंह जी, आपने अपनी बात रखी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। वी विल कैरी फॉरवर्ड दिस स्पेशल कवरेज on the fallout of summoning of the Delhi Chief Minister. The political temperature is hotting up. We need to take a break. Back in a moment.
You are watching India Today.
It is tech giant Apple's big India bite. Apple is all set to open 2 retail stores in the country. The first retail store in India, scheduled to come up in Mumbai at Geo World Drive, will throw open its door to consumers on April 18. Apple CEO Tim Cook is expected to attend the launch of the Mumbai store.
The store is located here in the newest mall of the city, the Geo World Drive. The barricades have already gone up with their vibrant colors, and the theme of the store seems to be inspired by the cabs of the city, the Kali Peels.
The second store in Saket, Delhi, will open on April 20. Apple Retail will help consolidate the tech giant's position further in India. Until now, Apple has sold iPhones and other products in the country mostly through resellers, e-commerce websites and large format retail chains. The move isn't surprising given Chief Executive Tim Cook in February called India a major focus for Apple. Apple has been on a steady expansion in India. Its share in the smartphone market is projected to grow from 1% in 2019 to 5% in 2023. It is no secret that Apple has been growing its manufacturing base in India. Making iPhones and then selling them in India ensures a smooth supply chain. India is at forefront of Apple's effort to decouple from China's factory floor. Apple Inc. partner Foxconn Technology Group also plans to invest about $700 million on a new plant in India, underscoring an accelerating shift of manufacturing away from China. It's clear that Apple's playbook is evolving as India emerges as hub not just for manufacturing but also demand. With Rachna Dhanrajani, Bureau Report, India Today.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mode.
Justice, liberty, equality, the pillars that built India. A nation where everyone has dignity and opportunities to prosper. But today, over 75 years after independence, Dalits remain a community trapped for centuries by the caste system, languishing in a dismal state. Nearly 20% of India's population is Dalit. Dalits still live in abject poverty, excluded on the margins, facing atrocities, toxic untouchability, and no opportunities for economic upliftment. The father of India's constitution, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, fought all his life for the upliftment of Dalits. In the past, many state and central governments have made big promises, but it has been nothing more than lip service. Basic human rights have still not been delivered. Dalits remain downtrodden and discriminated against. This shocking reality is a national shame. Few have dared to break the cage of caste discrimination until now. Friend to the downtrodden, upholding human rights and dignity, championing Ambedkar's India, KCR is showing India and the world. Our revolution is sparked in Telangana through his path-breaking scheme, Telangana Dalit Bandhu. Approximately 17,50,000 Dalit families call Telangana home. And now they are calling Telangana the land of opportunity. Thanks to Dalit Bandhu, launched in 2021 by the TRS government, a world-first scheme which will give each Dalit family an astounding financial boost of 10 lakh rupees. There are many more schemes along with this which are under implementation all over the state. But Dalit Bandhu is a specially designed program for the upliftment of the Dalit community. It has an unprecedented objective to uplift 17,50,000 Dalit households with a one-time capital grant of 10 lakh rupees per household, 100% subsidy with zero repayment, delivered via direct-to-beneficiary transfer, with a dedicated Dalit Bandhu scheme help desk and monitoring committee at village, mandal, district and state level, and a 10% reservation for Dalits